This is a Pubcast Shot. I'm John Loomer. Sometimes the best answer is it depends. Let's go. So when you ask a question, I get it. You want a clear answer. So a rule, a template of some kind, or maybe a shortcut. But then someone like me gives you the least satisfying response possible. It depends. And you hate that. I get it. You're looking for direction, not nuance. You're running ads right now and you want to know what to do and what to expect. Not next month, not in theory, today and right now. But I'm telling you, it depends isn't a cop-out. It's not vague. It's not avoiding the question. Here's what you might not realize. It depends isn't the end of the conversation. It's the beginning of the right one. Because unless we know the variables, we're not solving anything. That one-size-fits-all answer you're hoping for, it doesn't exist. Context is everything. Let me show you what I mean. So someone asks, what should I expect for a cost per lead? Well, it depends. What are people getting in exchange for their information? Are they subscribing to a free PDF? Or are they requesting a quote for a kitchen remodel? The costs for these two types of leads could be wildly different. And the values of these leads would also be far different. So that impacts what you'd be willing to pay. How about another question? Should I restrict by age and gender? Well, it depends. Are you just guessing that your ideal customer is 35 to 44? If that's the case, this shouldn't be necessary, especially if you're optimizing for a purchase. Or have you determined that you're getting flooded with junk leads who are specifically from the wrong demographic? Well, in that case, maybe you should. How about which attribution setting should I use? Well, it depends on your goal action. Is it a purchase, a lead, or something else? It depends on your customer journey. Does it take a day to perform this action or up to 7 days? Is it something that can happen multiple times? It depends on your targeting. Are you targeting broadly or are you remarketing? It depends on your results. How do your results currently break down between attribution setting? And what volume of conversions are you able to generate with your budget? It depends. But let's zoom out for a second. This isn't just about meta ads. This is about how you approach this entire process. You need to understand how things work and why. What is the algorithm good at? Where does it struggle? What's your actual role in the process? Because here's the truth. There are nearly infinite factors that impact your results. Costs, performance, profitability. They're all driven by things you can't always see. Yes, there are best practices, but what works for me may not work for you. And what worked last year may not work today. That doesn't mean give up. It means we stay aware of what can happen and why. Think about all the potential variables that can affect performance. Brand size, brand reputation, product quality, industry, price point, target audience, competition, seasonality, budget, goals. Every one of those factors matters. They change how the algorithm behaves. They influence what creative works. And they determine how patient you can afford to be. So when you look at a competitor who's doing X and getting amazing results, supposedly, and you try to copy it, you're not just copying a strategy. You're copying something built for a different context. And honestly, you don't even know if their results are real. That's why understanding matters more than mimicking someone else. That's why we say it depends. Because we know the environment. We know the algorithm. We know the signals that matter. And we know that every account is different. We use that knowledge to build a smart foundation. We stay flexible because nothing is guaranteed. And the moment you start thinking there's one right way to do things, you're heading down the wrong path. So here's the bottom of the glass. If you're frustrated by the answer, it depends, you're probably looking for rules that don't exist. This platform isn't simple. It's powerful. It's flexible. but it's also unpredictable. Your job isn't to memorize what worked for someone else. Your job is to understand the variables, test what works for you, and remain flexible. So yeah, it depends. And that's not a weak answer. That's the most honest thing that I can say. Before we wrap up here, just one quick word about one of the many ways that I can help you. So whether you're running an agency or running ads for others or running ads for yourself, maybe you need a little bit of extra help. I set aside 45-minute blocks where I run one-on-one sessions where we can walk through your individual advertising challenges to come up with a solution, a strategy, a way forward to break through whatever obstacles you may be facing. Now, these sessions aren't for everybody. I highly recommend that you're already spending at least a few $1,000s per month in ads. So then when we have this 45-minute session, you'll have at least 1, 2, 3 takeaways that could potentially make a difference. This isn't about a magic wand that will fix everything for you. It's about helping you better understand how advertising works and what obstacles you may be creating for yourself, and maybe having some specific things to try to see if it fixes your problem. So if you're interested in setting up a one-on-one with me, go to johnloomer.com/coach. Thanks again for joining me today. Until next time, do awesome things. I'm out.